Hello. So, thank you for watching this channel that I made, this video that I made. So basically, this video I'm actually making for SHaun Vlog himself, or SHaun, because I recently have gotten on social media and have revealed on social media that I was actually of Scottish descent. I was actually of British descent, and I recently came out that I was Scottish because I actually found a couple of Scottish YouTubers. I've actually reached out to a couple of British folks on social media when I found out that I was British myself. I grew up in America thinking, growing up in an Asian community, never knowing that I was actually of British descent until recently. I found out that I was actually of British descent. So I'm actually now reaching out to my British kinfolk and kin in Great Britain, and so that's what I'm doing now is I'm actually reaching out to the British folks who are in Great Britain now. And there's actually a couple of those who came out, including SHaun. And so I made this video for SHaun. And so definitely SHaun has definitely made a lot of informative videos that I really, really like. And it's really cool. Thank you so much for making your videos, SHaun. This is really great because I think that now, more than anything else, it's crucial for me to get in touch with the British folks. And I said I recently came out that I was Scottish, although I knew I was Scottish, and I have mentioned Scotland in a couple of my social media pages, but I didn't really openly. I came out openly now recently, revealing that I was of Scottish descent. Particularly, I am Scottish, Welsh, and Gaelic. I'm Scottish, Welsh, and Gaelic. And so this video is for SHaun. I do hope. I said I grew up thinking I was Asian in America. I grew up in America. My parents came to America, and I recently found out that I was British. And so I think that now, so I'm actually trying to get in hold with a couple of British people who are in Great Britain at this time. And I think that it's really crucial and important for me, now that I found out that I was British descent, to keep in touch with my British relatives and kin who are in Great Britain at this moment. And I'm very thankful for some of you guys who have come forward at this time. If you check on my social media, I actually have a couple of things on my social media. I think that's, since I reach out to my British kin and social media, we can actually keep in touch with each other, guys. Since I reached out to my British kin on social media, I think it's now good for us to keep in touch. SHaun, so I hope for us to become friends in the future. Maybe we can probably meet one day. I know, and maybe you travel a lot, so I hope to be able to meet with you one day, and also maybe you might find me in a couple of forums, just like basically talking and chatting in forums. I said I found out that I was of Scottish descent. I said I grew up in Asian culture. You can see from my black hair here. I grew up in Vietnamese culture, but I didn't actually find out until a little later that I was of Scottish descent. And so for SHaun, and if you hear my accent, this accent that I'm talking in is my normal American accent that I talked. I grew up in America talking in an American accent, never knowing that I was actually of Great British descent, let alone Scottish descent, until a little later. And I compared, and I found Scottish people for the first time after having coming out being British on social media, and I compared my accent to a native Scottish person, and I noticed our accents is very similar. Although I grew up in America, but I noticed that my dialect and the way I talk, my accent is very similar to a Scottish person. Although I grew up in America, being an American, but I do have a Scottish accent. Besides trying to talk in an English accent. So, in other words, if I'm not trying to talk like this, in other words, if I'm not trying to adapt this British accent that I hear, that I hear a lot of people try to talk. If you watch a lot of British media, they all talk like this. They all talk in this type of an accent. In other words, if I'm not trying to talk in this accent, I'm talking in my normal accent. You still hear my accent sounds very Scottish-ish. And so I recently found a couple of and so I'm very thankful that SHaun has come out. I hope to become friends with SHaun. I'm going to follow him and I'm going to check out some videos that he has. And I hope to get connected. And I think it's a good time for us to sort of kind of get connected with each other, to share news and events. I obviously grew up in America, as I said, so I can, share some news to you guys concerning America. To you guys, if there's something that I need you guys to know, we can get together, guys, and talk about it. And so there's might be a couple things that I think that's very important for you guys to know. Thank you so much, SHaun. And so this video is for you. And thank you so much. And I'm going to be following you and checking out some of your videos that you got out there. And so far, some of your videos are pretty cool. And thank you so much, SHaun. Thank you. Thank you. And this is so feel free to respond. Check your social media pages. I might drop by and give you a comment or something like that. Or yeah, thank you so much. Thank you. Sorry. Okay, here we go.